Pay close attention to me. Today's story took place in a Gulf country back in 1992. A completely catastrophic and heartbreaking story by all accounts. There was an elderly man, about 67 years old, married to an Arab expat woman. They lived a quiet, stable life with their own home and 3 children, the oldest being a 10-year-old girl. The husband treated her incredibly well, making her live in pure luxury. But Satan whispered to her, and she started thinking that her husband was too old while she was still a young girl. After she obtained citizenship, she met a man from her home country and betrayed her husband with him. People described this man as a monster, tall, broad, and very sinister looking. He used to sneak into her house at night while the husband and children were asleep, and over time he started draining her husband's money on a daily basis. One day, this monster met 2 young Gulf men in their early 20s at a coffee shop. He was in his 30s, and while drinking and hanging out with them, he started bragging that he was seeing a married woman with an elderly husband who gave him money. The young men didn't believe him. So to prove he was a big shot, he took them straight to her house and brought them right into her bedroom. They all sat there, drinking and laughing. Suddenly, the old man woke up, sensed movement, and went to the room only to find his wife with her boyfriend and 2 strange young men. He started shouting, but the wife's boyfriend grabbed him by the neck, squeezing tightly, and choked him to death. The wife panicked and started screaming, so he turned on her and choked her to death first. The young men were paralyzed with fear, but this criminal pulled out a knife, threatened to slaughter them, and forced them into the children's room to kill them because the 10-year-old girl had seen him before and he was terrified she would expose him. They went in on 3 innocent, sleeping children and slaughtered them. They grabbed whatever valuables they could steal, locked up the house, and fled. A whole week passed before neighbors noticed a foul smell coming from the house and called the police, who broke in and discovered the horrific scene. They launched investigations, but 6 months passed with 0 leads, and the case was about to be closed. But divine justice is above everything. 8 months later, an elderly man walked into the police station crying, reporting that his own son was beating him daily with unimaginable cruelty. The police brought the son in, and the station chief was furious and immediately started beating the boy to teach him a lesson. The boy screamed and begged, "What did I do? What is my crime?" The chief replied, "You committed one of the greatest sins, meaning disrespecting your parents." But the boy thought his murder case had been discovered. He broke down crying and confessed, "I swear, it's all that expat's fault. He killed the woman and her elderly husband, and he forced us to kill the little children." The station chief was completely shocked. He called headquarters immediately and said, "The killer just walked right into our hands." They rounded them all up, and they confessed to the entire crime. This whole tragedy happened because of one woman's mistake, betraying her husband and bringing strangers into her home, destroying herself and her entire family. If you made it this far, please make sure to subscribe and share the video. Take care.